Hi, and welcome to Sprout Studio V3, the tour. My name is Bryan, and I'm the CEO and founder here at Sprout Studio. And I am your tour guide for this introduction into Sprout Studio V3. In this series, we're comparing and contrasting Sprout Studio V2 to Sprout Studio V3 and just showing you where things are, where they've moved, so you can get acquainted and familiar quickly and then get back into running your business. In this video here today, I'm going to run through a couple of the changes to the lead shoot page. This is both the overview page and a couple other pages, including the questionnaires page. So not a lot has changed, but again, like some of the other pages like orders and galleries and the booking proposal and booking pages, we have cleaned up a lot. And so I want to run through and show them all to you in this video. Let's get into it. I have Sprout Studio V2 pulled up here into one of my shoots, Heath and Olive Wedding, and then I have Sprout Studio V3 pulled up to the same shoot, Heath and Olive Wedding. And as you can see already, there is, again, a pretty good difference to it. A lot of the information is still there. Again, it's just kind of reorganized, reclassified, and just made a little bit easier to understand. So let's kind of run through where things are. By default, on the overview page, you always have your timeline here, which currently is empty. And again, in V3, you have the timeline here while you're in the overview page. So that is the same. Otherwise, in V2, you have these little panels, and you can see kind of a trend here from the gallery video to the booking page video to the order page video. We moved away from this paradigm of having these panels and moved towards this paradigm of having a sidebar. So we cleaned things up in doing that. So over here in V2, you have clients and contacts, client activity, active galleries, questionnaires, dates, and then metadata. That's all on the main overview page, as well as obviously on the top, you have type, brand, status, and then the photographer attached to it, as well as the quick actions up here. In V3, you have all of that same information. It's just organized a lot more cleanly. So by default, you have your metadata over here on the top of this panel. Your quick add is right here to quickly add anything into this particular shoot. We built a one-page button so you can quickly get access to one page, view it, and also configure everything in one page. And then we have a new view portal button. So if you want to quickly impersonate this client and see what their portal looks like from their perspective, you can click that view portal button. Of course, you can archive the shoot right here, and then you can edit the lead statuses right here, or the lead sources, sorry, right here. And then at the top of the page, like we showed you earlier in the navigation, this top bar will be on every page while you're in the shoot. So you always have shoot date, shoot name, the type, the brand, the users, and the status. Otherwise, if we go into client overview, this shows the actual contact right here. So similar to what you have right here, we put this right here, and obviously if you have their address, it shows a nice little map. Same thing here as if you have the address for the shoot date, it shows the map right here as well. We have this at a glance where we've basically kind of compiled all the different possible panels that could show up here on the old lead shoot overview page. We've put those here into this at a glance panel that shows you, hey, here's all the things that this client has that might be relevant for you to take a look at, so you can get a quick access to it. Activity log is directly below that. That is where it was right on up here. And then this is that new notes and log functionality that we talked about a few videos already that basically compiles. Now you can add a note specifically to this shoot, but it also sort of summarizes or compiles all of the notes from any of the items within it. So if you've added notes to the order, if you've added notes to the gallery, if you've added notes to the booking proposal, it'll show on this shoot. So it kind of gives you a good overview of what's happening with this shoot with all of your notes in here. And so that is where that is. Otherwise, everything in here is mostly the same. Nothing has moved in terms of being deleted or anything. It's all just been recategorized and moved around. The only other main thing that I want to show is in the questionnaires page. So in here on the old Sprout V2, we had this two-panel approach to having unanswered questionnaires, and then once it was answered, it was put into this answered questionnaires section. What we did in V3 is we actually moved the questionnaires page to be one of our new list pages. So now you just have a simple list of all the questionnaires in here. So it matches your global questionnaires page as well. And it's just organized all in here. And now that gives you the benefit of having all the saved views, the filtering, and all of that as well within here. The only other thing that I'll show just while I'm in here in this video, because it has to do with leads and shoots, is the contact modal. So if I open up this contact right here to click edit, this is the old version of the contact modal in V2. And if I go on over here, and if I open up the contact here, this is the new contact modal. So this is the exact same contact. This is just the V3 version of it. This is the V2 version of it. So quickly giving you a run through of where all of this stuff is. In V2, you had contact info living in this contact info panel. That's where you could add things here. If we go over here, by default, all of that information is right on up here. Now over here in V2, you could just edit this live right here while you're in here and click into it and do it. We actually moved in V3 to more of a, again, similar to galleries, similar to booking proposals, similar to booking pages, similar to orders. We moved into like going into an explicit edit mode. So if you want to edit this contact, you click here, you click edit, and it goes into this really clean, simple, beautiful edit mode. And when you're done, you click done editing. Otherwise, over here, we have name, first name, last name, company, pronouns, and then their username. If we go over here, again, you have first name, last name, and the company pronouns are not in here right now. If I click edit, you can see here I've got company and pronouns right here, so I can edit those and customize those here. So if I say this is Olive's company, and this is she, they, then we're going to go ahead and click done editing. And that's how it shows up there. So it's all kind of there. It's all nice and organized, and it's really clean and easy to use. Now, if we go back over here to V2 and click the overview button, this is where we used to list all of the information, all the things that the client was attached to. Over here, now we just show them all right here, nice and clean, nice and simple. And we brought over all of our styling from our list pages with these big, beautiful statuses and all these really clean user interface elements to make this really easy to use. The last thing about the contact modal is if you click plus up here on the contact, you can quickly add a lead, shoot, order, email, or a date with this client attached to it. Same thing over here. If you click plus here, there's those same functionalities. So that is the new contact modal in V2. And then here it is here in V3. And that pretty much summarizes all of the changes in the lead shoot overview section. Obviously, in addition to a whole bunch of other small sections that we improved within a lead shoot overview or a lead shoot itself. But that's a quick summary and a comparison of where all that is in V2, or where it was in V2 and now where it is in